Hello, I'm Scott. I'm the breathing guy. I will train you to locate, generate, activate core key energy in physical activity. This video series, Driver Swing Mechanic with Key Energy. This is stage 4, how to finish your swing. You have stage 1 is just take the club back. Stage 2 is how to bring the club head to the ball. Stage 3 is the crossover. Stage 4 is how do you finish the swing so you can have the fastest swing and do not hurt yourself. It actually makes you feel ready for the next swing is the whole idea here. So look, real quick review, because I got to explain one thing. I cover a few things you might appreciate. I was talking to someone about the golf swing, driver swing, and here's the different elements, understanding the elbow. The right elbow is the key point of changing in this whole approach I do. What he was doing is a lot of people come down and they put their elbow to the side like this. You have your like this, what happens, it prevents your club head from turning until your hand gets past the ball. So you never want it to the side like that. It doesn't work. It will prevent the ball. It's like you're hitting a stump and you have to move your head or arm around it. The other way of doing it that so many pros do, they come down and the elbow floats. It's a floating elbow. That makes your hands weak. 2, a lot of people when they hit the ball, pros even, if it goes to the left, watch the elbow. I bet it turns out just a little, because if the elbow turns out, the club face closes. If the elbow turns in, the club opens up. So the ball goes to the right. So controlling the right elbow's angle is so critical, because whatever you set it up, and if it alters just a little bit, the club face will turn the way the elbow turns. So understanding, the way I teach it is, that's what the elbow step is, bring it into the pocket, bringing it into the pocket. So you're coming around and you're bringing it into the pocket. That actually accelerates the rotational force of the shoulders, supported by the hip turning. That's bringing it down the crossover. Now for the crossover, what you want to do is come around and you want to where you get here, where the cross. How do you achieve that? Squeeze the little finger, both little fingers at the same time, and the other fingers are soft, no pressure. But when you want to stop the kinetic energy, when you want to stop the club head, you don't want your arms to do it. You want to distribute the energy, because most back injuries is not bringing the club down, but it's stopping the club head. And if you don't do it effectively, it goes to the wrong area, lower back, because you're twisting your body. And if you don't twist your body, you limit the force that you can bring your club head down. You got all the strength you can. All it is move this little, not even a pound, lightweight club head around, but it's the rotational force of the shoulders supported by the hip turning that achieves that. So how do you use your hips to stop your club head? How do you bring the club up and out? So this is what you want. Start with the footwork. 1, you got your foot raised. So remember, when you get to here, that left foot, let me go over here a little bit. That right foot heel has to be perfectly up, not over, it has to be up. In fact, you can actually put 2, bring your knees together or legs together like that. And then the critical part is the left toe has to come up, and you literally rotate pull your foot around from the front, from the front to the back. So from the middle of the arch to your heel, you end up. As you pull your toe up, the left leg comes straight and your left side can come tight. The breathing comes in, it's really critical here. Because the breathing, the way you move your core with the breath, determines the strength of the core, the whole hips, everything in that area to absorb, to keep your balance. So when you're coming around, you're exhaling, you go, as you pull your belly button in and squeeze your glutes a little bit more, push them down, pull the toe up, then that makes it, and then bring your, like this, that makes this whole area stable. It's like very, very stable. So that way the upper body, the rotation shoulder, can stop the club head. Now how do you stop the club head? Believe it or not, like you're playing an instrument. Here you have 2 little fingers. Little bit, both ways squeezing to get your crossover like that. But when you bring it up, squeeze the middle finger hard. The more fingertip here is going to pull the club up, and the more, then squeeze the thumb, everything in when you want to stop. You do that, you cannot move. The shoulders are soft, the arm is soft, but the hand will not move. You're absorbing the kinetic energy from your hands through the whole body, through the hips down to your feet. But have the hand stop the club head. Not your arms, not your shoulders, but it's the hands. And it's shifting from the little finger to the middle finger to the thumb and at the end. That's how you stop it. So when you're coming up, little finger, watch. Squeeze, you can stop the club head and then stay there. This is a key part difference. Inhale, then you blow out, go. As you blow out, you soften your upper shoulders. I'll shove it, because you want soft shoulders when you're swinging. This is developing it. This is basic. So you stop. 4, 5. Stay there. Watch the ball. Do not move until your ball ends at the end, or maybe stay a little longer, because it's a stretch. It's creating the separation between the hips and the shoulders. Look at my shoulders are round. My hips are separated. This emphasizes the crisscross and the separation of the shoulders and hips. That facilitates a greater arcing range, greater speed, greater fluidity in your golf swing. Plus, it's healthier for you. If you can get a great separation between your hips and shoulders, that really, the benefits of that you can't believe, especially as you get older. You don't want to be stiff between here. You want range, the crisscross. This will help the crisscross movement for walking, make you more fluid. It helps everything. I won't go into all the details on that way. So keep in mind, when you're doing this, when you get to here, your toe is a little up, but then when you really pull up, your foot turns, rotates back to your heel as you feel, and you exhale, pulling your belly button in. Perfect. And the heel back here is perfect. And you bring your knees together. Don't let them flop out. Bring them in a little bit. And then soften the right shoulder. So as you're going up, right shoulder side is soft. Squeeze the middle finger and the other finger and the thumb a little bit. The hands will stop. The hands will stop. That's the key thing. How to stop the hands. Don't think of the arms. Don't think other. That will help, because remember I said, the little finger works the tricep, this works the bicep. When you change it here, you pull it in, and the more you squeeze those fingers into it, the more you'll stop. You can just you'll freeze the hands in place. But keep that position and do some breathing. Soften the shoulders, soften the body when you're totally at the position you want in your crisscross, so you can make your body comfortable in that position. You have to condition your body and your emotional attitude to be very comfortable at the end of your swing. How do you do that? By being in that position, breathing, feel where your strength is. What side do you want to make firm, hard? What side do you want to make soft? The more you feel the soft side, contrast to the hard side, the more control, the more you can do the next swing. Soften the shoulders down, soften the face down, shoulder, hips, and body. So when you come up around, you're tight, but then eventually, after 5, 6, whatever, so you bend your knee, come down, keep your arm there. So, and then the last one, slowly move. You can pause anytime, soften your shoulder, blow, exhale more. Pause, soften, make your body soft. Make your body fluid after the driver swing. That sets you up for the next swing. You will feel so comfortable doing the next swing, you can't believe it. It's a whole, but this is training. This is practice. This is working with your core breath, your feet, hands, feeling the difference, getting a great crossover. But when you want to stop your club head after you swing, I don't care what swing you even do, you bring it up, you squeeze the middle fingers and your thumb a little bit, you can stop your hand any place. And then tighten your core. Pull that belly button in. Anyway, you need to have the glutes tight. When I say glutes, the bottom down here, and pull your toes up. So it's always core source is energy and strength, feet, hands, and head. Those are what you're working with to affect the arms, legs, and within the rotation of the shoulders and the turning of the hips for your swinging the driver. Every club has its own footwork, its own club pathway you want to create. Between a driver's pathway and an iron is totally different. Understanding the difference is when you can maximize your physical ability with your club on that. So this is driver swing mechanics with key energy. This is stage 4, how to finish and cool your body down, get your range of motion, and practice having a fluid swing.